Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. Media, Astralis exploring sale of organization and CS division. So former CEO of NIP has reportedly shown interest in purchasing the brand. Wait, oh my God, mother of God. Jonas, former chief operating officer at NIP, has expressed interest in acquiring Astralis org, according to report by Dust2 Denmark. Basically, there's been a lot of rumors, if you guys have missed it, that Astralis is in the bin. Yeah, so they're on the verge of bankruptcy. That was from Overdrive. I personally wasn't really like fully buying it because I think they just went private recently. So like it's kind of hard to know that. But I guess if he caught wind of somebody trying to buy Astralis, that would suggest that things maybe aren't going that well. HLTV can confirm that Astralis has actively been seeking a buyer for its brand, IP rights, and CS division. So they're trying to sell the whole thing. Yeah, they said all of it, dude. They reported that it's unknown for how long a potential deal with Gunderson is or whether the bid has been made, but the former COO has shown interest. Whether there are other interested buyers and what the plan would be, if it doesn't go through is unknown. So yeah, okay. We don't know how many buyers they got, but we know former CEO of NIP, COO of NIP is interested. Danish publication reports Astralis' potential sale is priced to be between 13 to 20 million. Jesus, dude, that is $2 to $3 million. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Astralis sells League of Legends slot. So Carmine has acquired a slot by purchasing 66% of a newly formed subsidiary for $15 million. As a result, Astralis will now be a minority stake in the League of Legends franchise slot. So they sold this for $15 million. Like just this is 2023, I think. Yeah, end of 2023, and then now they're being sold as an entire organization for $2 to $3 million. That's still like, I mean, welcome to esports, baby. That was in pounds. It's more like 20 million USD. Shit, was it really? Wow, who knows at the time. The point is they sold their LEC spot for a lot of money, and then now it's like they're selling the whole org for 2.3 or 2 to 3. Just kind of crazy. I know like how this stuff works, but it's just like, damn. Although whether the figure includes the players or just the IP is unclear. Oh yeah, that'd be wild. News comes after Astralis missed its 5th consecutive major by failing to qualify for Austin, leaving the org bereft of revenue from sticker sales for the 3 years. In 2024, Stryker said that missing the first 3 of those majors likely cost Astralis somewhere in the areas of $3 to $4 million. Probably just the IP for $2 to $3 million. Probably. The team recently brought in Hooksy as a stand-in to replace Casper and is set to set to compete in Astana. I mean, they all got to be like, it was like private investors, so that like just kind of a little bit of general lore is they were public, they were on the northern NASDAQ, and then they got taken private again after they were really struggling. So I would imagine whoever bought them, it's like they probably knew what they were getting into. And I just feel like at this point, like if you're selling it for that little, I just think they're kind of like, it's probably less like this doesn't feel like a cash grab as much as it's just like, you know what, dude, that's enough. That's without knowing any single person that's invested, without knowing anything truly about the situation. This just tells me it's like, yeah, enough is enough. You can't miss that many majors for like a predominantly Counter-Strike oriented organization, especially after they sold their league brand, right? Like you're all in on Counter-Strike. You bought Yabby and Stown and you just have sucked. I mean, it's just kind of they're probably just sitting here going, why are we spending, esports is not really a moneymaker at the end of the day. I'm not gonna I imagine most investors, especially ones that came in for Astralis after the fact, are like they probably know that they were gonna get hosed a bit. Surely. I mean, I'm delusional. Listen, I don't know. I just feel like if you're picking up a company that's struggling so much that you're buying them off the northern NASDAQ and taking them private, you kind of know there's some problems. I feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, dude, they won 4 majors. They basically had an entire organization like gifted to them by the greatest roster in CS in terms of dominance, and they just literally never did anything ever since. Like, if you really think about it, this org has existed purely based off of that Counter-Strike team's success. I know that's like a very Counter-Strike viewpoint, considering they did have a league team, but like, that's insane, man. That's insane to have that high of a peak and then basically just not have anything after it. I know their league team was buns. I know. Like, also when you consider how much Astralis was like the Denmark team, even with all the bullshit that was going on behind the scenes all the time. I mean, not even really behind the scenes. It was very much in your face if you just paid attention. I don't know. I don't really want to prey on people's downfall, but like this is kind of insane that you basically got gifted everything and then like feels like it'd be like one thing if they kind of had like a pop off at some point and like maybe showed they were capable of building up something, but it really does just seem like they got the golden goose there for a second, and then they did absolutely nothing with it after it except just light money on fire. Yeah, not trying to be too like grand and over the top. Man, I can only imagine what's gonna happen if somebody that used to be at NIP is gonna buy it. Yes, the upper management of NIP, also well known to handle things quite well. It's kind of like poetic in a way. The only thing that really took out the Astralis 5 that won everything was like themselves. Oh, it's like the only thing that could take out the players was the organ themselves, and then the org just kind of took themselves out too. Like, I don't really know what to say, dude. There's not really much of a reaction. It's just kind of sad. Like, as much as I like to laugh at Astralis for fucking up all the time, like, there's a tipping point for me. I don't really celebrate people's downfall, even if I think they did it to themselves. As much as I do think this is all self-inflicted. Oh, well, that'll wrap it up. Yeah, not much to say, man. Just kind of fucking sad all around. People will be like, good riddance, but we need more orgs and everybody actually having like a healthy ecosystem. I think that like those buyouts probably weren't helping them either. It's just like, I just want everybody fucking doing well, dude. Not absolutely cooked, but not everybody can be winners. Just kind of sad, man.